Hi you guys, and welcome to another video. Excuse my nails, don't judge me, okay? But today in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys some different study tips that I have learned while I'm in college so that y'all can, start this semester off right. We don't need no ifs, no classes. We about to get these study tips so we can be A1 GPA on point, litty lit. Alright, so I don't want to be too long, don't want to take too long, so let's get started. Okay, so today I have 10 study tips for the new year. Basically, these are just some tips, of course, that I learned while going in college, and these are things that I do and that I've learned that have helped me. And oh, just so you guys know, I am a nursing major and I am a sophomore. And I go to Kennesaw State University. Woo woo. But so basically, if y'all see me, I'm gonna put my computer right here. Please don't fall, Jesus. So the first tip that I have is to learn and study information before the next class. So this is something that I learned and that really helped me in my science classes. I've taken human anatomy, microbiology, and chemistry. And I didn't really I wish I put this tip into like my study habits in human anatomy, but I didn't learn this until literally this semester of my sophomore year. So basically, once you go to class, you're going to want to make sure that you learn and know, not like, oh, I've seen that information, but know the information before you go to the next class. And that just makes it a lot easier for when it's test time, so you're not trying to cram. And even if you're not a crammer and it's like you take all the class information, like you take all the information that you learn that week and then try and learn it at the end of the week, like it's really just easier to learn it before you go to the class, because it's like learning the information before will help you understand the new information to come, especially when it comes to like the first chapters and things like that, the fundamentals and like the breakdown of everything. You're going to want to make sure that you know that like the back of your hand, and in order to do that, you're going to have to make sure you know it before the next class so that you can make sure that you don't fall behind on your information. The second tip is to make flashcards or a Quizlet. Freshman year for me, I made flashcards. They helped me because I could travel around with them, but I've noticed that this year Quizlet has been such a huge help for me, you guys. Such a huge help. Like, I never used Quizlet, never knew that you can even have an account and make your own Quizlets. I didn't know what it really was. It's very helpful because they have little games to help you learn it. They have little matching. It's like you can either go through the session of learning it and you could do multiple choice. It'll be like multiple choice questions. They have a place where you could just have like flashcards and go back and forth. So the third tip is to dedicate extra time for your harder classes. So for example, I had theater this semester. So of course I'm not going to dedicate, I'm still going to dedicate time for that class, of course. You want an A in it, so you're going to dedicate time toward it. But you're going to spend more time towards my microbiology class, which has harder fundamentals and harder subjects than theater, and it was an introductory theater class. Like, it was a gen ed class that everybody had to take, so the class didn't have really hard material on it. But for my microbiology class, it was especially the last test, you guys, oh my goodness, I wanted to cry when I opened up the test booklet, because that test, we just had to know a lot about the names of different bacteria, the symptoms that they had, the structure. It's just, so if you dedicate, this is from learning experience. I ain't even gonna say, y'all, if I passed the test, because I really don't know, but it was really hard. And I wish I would have dedicated more time to that class, because I did dedicate time to learn new stuff each day before class, but I feel like if I would have dedicated more time than that, then I would have known, well, not more time than that, if I would have if I would have done the tip before where it says learn information, when it came to the bacteria part, I didn't, because I thought it was just really hard. So I just was like, oh, I have this other class I need to work on. But if I dedicated more time to that class, I feel like I could have gotten the grade that I wanted. The fourth tip that I have is to create flashcards while learning so that you can have them ready, to study. So basically, you're going to want to, so it kind of goes hand in hand with the learn and study information before class. While you're learning the information, it will be best to make your flashcards or start on your Quizlet then, because if you do, then you can always you can already be studying those while you're out doing nothing. If you notice, hey, I'm not doing nothing, I can just study these flashcards. If you notice that, then if you already have them made, then it'll be easier for you. And then it'll be even easier for the test time, because when you're ready for the test, you have all your flashcards already made, so you don't have to waste time trying to make flashcards like the week before the test. You already have your flashcards ready so that you could be studying ahead of the game, y'all. Be ahead of the game. That's really what a lot of these tips are, is to spend extra time and be ahead of the game. Tip number 5, go to your teacher's office hours. This is so important, especially in college and even in high school. In high school, you can go meet. I know I went to Arabian Mountain, so I know that they had tutoring. I forgot what it was called, y'all. It's only been 2 years. I forget. They had like tutoring center like time after classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You'll be able to stay after with your teacher so they can help you. But even if that doesn't work, talk to your teacher. Let them know that you want to get help. And even for college, if you can't go to their office hours, email your teacher, let them know, and they will reach out and try and work with you. Trust me, because it's like most professors don't want you to fail. They want you to succeed. And if they see you working and trying to be with them to help, like to understand, they will help you. Tip number 6, y'all, we almost there. I'm trying to make this as fast as possible because I really don't want this to be a long video. So tip number 6 is to create your own study guide. So I learned this because one of my friends who's in a nursing school told me about it, is that she creates her own study guide, basically types up the question and answer. She has her answer key, and then she has like literally she prints out just the question and leaves a blank for her to answer. So if you want to make a study guide where it's multiple choice, you can do that. If you want it to be all written, I would recommend for the study guide to be all written, because if you know how to write it out, then you gonna know it. Like, that means that you know the information. Tip number 7 is a week and a half before a test, make sure to study the material at least once every day. This studying should be added to the studying you have already been doing with that class. So basically, I always do a week and a half. Most of the time I do 2 weeks before or a week and a half, like I said. And I make sure to look at that class every day, because, you know, realistically, although you're going to learn the information before the class, you may do that Monday that you had the class, learn the information there, and then not look at it Tuesday. But when the test is coming up, you want to make sure to look at that information every single day, because the more you see it, the more you're going to remember it, the more it's going to become a part of your brain, and the more you're going to ace your test. Okay? Y'all, I'm an extra, but it's whatever. Number 8. Basically, I'm not going to read it. Stop it! You almost knocked over my computer. So basically what number 8, all it's saying is to ask your teacher if you can record the lecture, and then make sure to listen to the lecture and take notes while you're listening to it. Because with a lot of lecture classes, it's the small things that they say that they like to put on the test, y'all. They like to manipulate us. They always do. They just like to be extra when they could literally just put it on the PowerPoint so that we would know. But no, they gotta be like, everything I say is important. So yeah, just make sure to check with your teacher, your professor, and ask them if you can record the lectures. Tip number 9, create a study group. So that's it. And when you create the study group, make sure that it is productive. Like, when it comes to study groups, some of them are productive and some of them are playful. So you just, in college, you just have to test out and see which ones work. You kind of have to, you're not going to always know the people who are in the study group with you, but you're going to learn how they study. And if it doesn't work for you, then you can like find another one to go to or create a new one. But just try and make study groups with your friends, because, well, not with your friends, but try and make study groups with your classmates, because it can be very helpful in the long run, because there may be some information that you know and they don't know, and vice versa. So you're just going to want to create a study group. And I would recommend doing a study group when it's closer to the test, because you have already done your studying. So if you're with a group of people, then it's not more of like y'all going through it. Wait, I don't really understand this concept. Like, you want to kind of have a grasp on each concept, so that if they do move faster, that you're not so behind and like, I don't know any of the information. So yeah. Tip number 10, the last one we finished, is to create a group chat for the class. But I want y'all to be very, very careful with these group chats. Stop. He keeps trying to knock down my computer, y'all. But I want y'all to be very careful with these group chats, because if they're cheating, if someone decides to send the answers to something in the to a quiz or anything in the group chat, that can be penalized on you, and that can cause you to fail. Because if the teacher or professor finds out, everybody who's in that group chat is going to get in trouble and is going to most likely fail the test or whatever thing they sent the answers to, because they were cheating. So when you create a group chat, stay in it and see how the people flow in it, and see if they're really people who just ask questions. Because basically the group chat is supposed to be for if you have questions about a material and you want someone to answer it for you real quick, or if you have questions about anything that you missed in the class period. That's really what the group chats are for. They're not for sending material on how a test is or on what's on the test. It's not for that. It's to ask questions about material that you have a question on and don't understand, and also to help when you miss the class by accident, emergency, or anything. If you miss the class, and someone can just let you know what they go over. Well, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the tips that I gave. I hope that they're helpful for you in this new year and new semester, y'all. We're going to start off this semester great, and we're going to make sure to study well. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for new videos. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.